Hello everyone, I am Grand Royson, welcome to new video. Today I am going to summarize Black Clover Chapter 271, 272, 273, 274, 275. Chapter 271, Nacht Faust explains that Asta will have to unite with Liebe in order to draw out all of the devil's power. Nacht then spawns several shadow hands from beneath Asta and constrains him and Liebe. However, Asta enters his black form and cuts through the shadows. He looks around for Liebe and notices that the devil has shrunk, which Liebe assumes to be due to Asta drawing on his power. Nacht explains that they are not united and that the devil's power is only trickling into Asta. Reminded of Liebe's similar comment, Asta asks Liebe how to draw on the devil's real power, but Liebe confesses to not know. Asta and Liebe begin bickering, so Nacht uses Gematolo's ability, Pack, to summon several shadow clones of Nacht. As the clones attack, Asta is forced to change between swords and notices that the clones all have the same key as Nacht. Asta ponders what abilities Nacht's other devils have and why he cannot draw out more power despite his strengthened connection to Liebe. Nacht tells Asta that the contract of equals makes the process more difficult. Asta grabs Yami Sukahiro's katana and recites the captain's catchphrase, which irritates Nacht. Asta senses the disturbance in the key and sends a flying anti-magic slash in the direction. The slash cuts through the clones and manages to touch part of Nacht's cloak. Asta names it the Demon Slasher katana and reiterates that he will surpass his limits, further irritating Nacht. Chapter 272, Yuno Grinberryall is training when he senses someone is watching him and tells them to come out. Langris Vaude comes out and comments on how unnecessary it was to call him the former vice-captain. He asks where Sylph is. Yuno tells him that she is in his grimoire and asks why is he there. Langris explains that he thinks Yuno will need an opponent with spatial magic to train against, which the latter agrees with. Meanwhile, Asta and Liebe are on the ground from losing yet again to Nacht Faust. Asta thinks about how tough Nacht is and how he is not fighting for real yet. He wonders why he and Liebe cannot form a similar union. He crawls over to a basket filled with treats. He and Liebe eat to regain their strength and heal their wounds. He says he will have to thank the Spade Kingdom resistance members for providing the treats. As he is eating, he thinks of an idea and asks Liebe to come to him. Liebe thinks about how Asta's ideas are genius 10% of the time. As Asta has Liebe sit on his shoulders, the latter thinks about how his ideas are 90% dumb the rest of the time. Liebe tells Asta to stop screwing around and they begin to argue with each other. As they argue, Nacht starts to remember a conversation with his brother. Nacht tells Asta and Liebe that it is time to meet up with the others. Asta says he did not even know it has been 2 days. Nacht explains that since they cannot form a union, they will have to die there. He casts Dark Prison Hunting Ground and proceeds to attack them. Asta cannot sense their ki and has a hard time dodging their attacks. Nacht says that Asta had potential but it is all a shame now. Asta and Liebe are wondering why cannot they unite. As they think about Rachita and Yami, both of them vow that they will not die nor will they let the other die. A ball of light appears in the shadow which shocks Nacht. Chapter 273, Back at the Spade Kingdom, Zenon Zogrades enters a room where Maurice Liberdert is located. He asks if Dante will be okay. Maurice tells him that he will fix him up and that he will be stronger than ever. Maurice mentions how he was run out of the Diamond Kingdom by Mars, but is grateful to end up in the Spade Kingdom. As he is healing, Dante thinks about how he cannot wait to fight Asta again. Zenon asks if Maurice has neglected any of the other preparations. Maurice tells him everything is going perfectly while staring at a creature with Lotus Humalt. Lotus thinks about how bad things are as Yami Sukahiro and William Vengeance lay encased on graves inside of a circle. Meanwhile, Asta and Liebe are coming out of their union. Nacht Faust thinks about how their union erased his magic and mana zone despite not getting hit by their attacks. He tells them that he loses. Asta says they should hurry up and join the others, but Nacht tells him no. Confused, Asta asks why as he and Liebe formed a devil union. Nacht explains that they only use their devil union form for a moment and have not mastered it. He says they would die in enemy territory in their current condition. Nacht tells Asta how he watched the Black Bulls using his shadow magic. He tells him that even though he was born without magic and got possessed by a devil, he was always right. Nacht says he would like people whom are always right to be rewarded. Before leaving, he says he will leave Gematolo with them to help train them. He goes on by saying they will do their best they can fighting in the Spade Kingdom before Asta and Liebe arrive. He tells them to polish up and join them. Shaking, Gematolo says he will die if he gets hit by Asta and Liebe's union attack. In the Clover Kingdom, the Magic Knights going to the Spade Kingdom are preparing to leave. Chapter 274, in the Clover Kingdom, the group going to the Spade Kingdom are preparing to leave. Fugolian asks where Asta is. Nacht Faust tells him that Asta will join the battle later as he needs more time. Jack the Ripper said they were not expecting him to begin with. Sally expresses disappointment that he is not there, but is eager to try out her new magic tools. Nozel asks if the magic robes Sally made are all right. Makusa vouches for her by explaining that she's an expert in magic tool research. As everyone is conversing, Sek is thinking about why he is a part of the mission. Jack says he does not know why Sek is there but expects him to get serious. Adding on, Nacht tells Sek to just sacrifice himself for the people's sake as he knows he does not have much skill. Before leaving, Nozel asks if Asta will make it in time. Yuno Grinbariol assures him that Asta will. However, he and Jack both say they will end it all before Asta gets there. Nozel tells them it will not be them individually as it will be all of them. With that said, Nacht uses Shadow Corridor to transport them all to the Spade Kingdom. In the Spade Kingdom, Morris Liberdert sees on the monitor that the Spade Kingdom resistance team have arrived outside. Albert speaks out about all of the things the Dark Triad has done. He says the people of the kingdom will never see them as their rulers. As this is happening, the Magic Knights arrive inside of the castle. Nacht tells them to remember to follow the plan. Outside, the resistance start to feel the ground shaking. A demon comes out of the ground towering over the town. Xenon says he knew the resistance would attempt something on the day the ritual would begin. He goes on about how they were planning on releasing the demon on the people anyway. He tells the resistance they are not citizens of the Spade Kingdom as only the strong are considered that. With those words, the ritual begins. As the Magic Knights are charging the castle, Fugolian asks will the people outside be okay. Nacht tells they are fine. Outside, a figure flies up and punches the demon. As the resistance look on in shock, the figure reveals herself as Marioliona. Chapter 275, after Nacht Faust explains the setup for the Cliffith Advent ritual and layout of the castle, the Infiltration squad splits up into 3 teams, with each heading to fight one of the Dark Triad. Nozel Silva, Fugolian Vermilion, and Dorothy Unsworth handle the Dark Disciples in the way of their respective teams, while the rest of their teams continue onward. Outside of the castle, Marioliona Vermilion's punch does little to damage the giant demon. She reflects on her determination to grow stronger after encountering Zagard's magic. During her training, she was bathing in lava when she was approached by Nacht, who wanted her to help with the rescue mission. Marioliona agreed to help because she wanted to face the people strong enough to kidnap Yami Sukahiro and William Vengeance. Excited to take on a beast of legend, Marioliona activates her Hellfire Incarnate spell, which greatly enhances her physical strength. She knocks aside the demon's hands, moves in closer to its head, and deals an upward strike to its jaw, tipping the demon onto its back. She then releases her full mana zone and pummels the demon's whole body with a barrage of punches. Inside the castle, Ril Boismortier and Charlotte Roselay confront Vanica Zogrades. Yuno Grinbariol and Langris Vaude confront Xenon Zogrades, and Jack the Ripper and Nacht confront Dante Zogrades. If you like this video please like, subscribe and share. For more, thanks you all, meet you in another video.